Hey everybody, and welcome to today's tutorial, today's class. And let me introduce you a couple of my little helpers, my sons, Gabriel and Nikki. They really helped me a lot working on this video, and you will see little tiny hands popping in the video, replacing the appliques here and there. So I decided you should see who were those little fun helpers. And we're talking about that beautiful Wreath today, which is behind us. Did you enjoy helping me?
Yes, last video was really enjoyable to have.
Okay, last video was the greatest. Did you like to work with appliques?
Yep.
You did. So would you recommend this class to anybody of your age?
I surely do, because it's really fun to make all this progress and see how you're doing everything.
How it transforms into a beautiful
how
thing?
from a blank paper it transforms to something like this.
Yeah, you like it?
Mm-hmm.
So I think we will end up with a whole bunch of panels like that. And all of our friends will have presents this Christmas, and Mom will have a lot to quilt. So
Hello.
today we are talking about applique part and how to break the space behind the applique. So get ready for fun, grab your coffee, tea, whatever you're drinking. Maybe you'd like to have some hot chocolate when we watch the video again. Would you? So get ready and let's jump straight to the class. Let's start working on our panel. To complete this project, you will need a kit with applique shapes, background fabric, 1 yard is enough, water-soluble marker or a chalk, anything that draws on fabric well and then washes away. We will also need straight ruler, just simple ruler, curved ruler if you would like to finish your quilt with a scalloped border like this one, and a hot iron. That's it. Let's start playing with our panel first, and I will show you 2 layouts you may try on your own project, and you choose any you like because in your kits you will have enough applique shapes to complete both options. First thing we're going to do is to take our background fabric, and I'm using just a yard cut of the bolt, and I'm not going to square it up yet. Remember, this is pretty important. We don't square up anything in the very beginning because our quilting will slightly deform the background. So what I'm doing now, I'm just folding this piece in half. Like you see, that's a big piece. It's folded in half like that, and I've folded in half again and press it well. That will give me beautiful pressed lines here and here. You will get just in a second why I'm doing this. I press it really well because I want those creases to show. And now I take this corner, not the folded corner where your fold is, but this side where all 4 layers are, and I fold it like this. Don't cut that leftover on top, you will need it. If you're quilting on a long arm, you'll need it for loading on your long arm machine, or it's better to have some extra. You will square up the whole project and trim it later. So I'm pressing this line as well because I need this little fold to position my design beautifully and to have reference lines for my future quilting. I'm doing it right now because because it really helps you to position the applique shapes as well. Now, when everything is beautifully marked, I will go ahead and unfold it. So this is going to be our base for the whole project. And you see where all those lines meet, there is a center, and we will measure all the lines and everything from this very central point here. So what I'm going to do now, I will take a ruler and I will mark those lines too, just slightly mark them like that to still have them when I press my applique shapes in place. I will still have those lines and I will not like measure it again and won't fold it again. So that's for your easier work. Okay, all 8 lines, we will use all of them. Here we go. There's our basic breakage of the space, which will help us to navigate through the project. And now the fun part begins. The fun part begins. I'm taking my applique shapes. I want them all be available for me, so I see them all. But we will start with step number 1, which is positioning the stems, the wreath itself, and then we will start adding details. So I'm taking my 4 details, these ones, these are the stems. I'm taking these ones away. I'm taking my ruler and I'm measuring 7 inches on these 4 sides. 7 inches here and here and here and here. These little marks will help me position my stems better. See, I'm lining up my stems with those marks, which helps us end up with a beautiful round shape for the wreath without extra headache. Here we go. So there is a beautiful base for our future wreath. I will stick it down right now permanently because this is the only thing that would not change. This only thing is stable. So I'm peeling the paper of the detail and you will see that that shiny sticky layer is here. So I will be placing them all 4 first and then iron them down. And which is great about this glue, that you can unstick it, reposition. Okay, I'm going with my second detail. Unstick it. I want to see that mark I made. You see how easy it goes when it's marked. Oops. Okay. And I'll take the third one and put it here. Your pieces may overlap a little bit, or there could be like a little tiny gap in between. Like, make sure that they meet beautifully and you don't have to cover that area later with any other little detail. Just make this part accurately. It's the hardest part of the whole process. Okay, so now I will go ahead and steeply iron that down, and I will just put my iron and hold it for a few seconds, and it sticks the details permanently. You even may wash the quilt after this procedure and the applique should be in place. Okay, so it's almost done. So there is my basis, my circle I'm going to play with now and put all my cute details, leaves and flowers and berries around. This is my structure, the spine of the whole design, and I'm going to play adding more little tiny pretty things and keep that beautiful and round. So let's sort our shapes like this. We have flowers in one pile, so you have everything on hand. Leaves here, so the two beautiful branches. There are 3 branches like this shape. There are 3, you should have 3 in your kit. I have just 2 left. 3 little ornaments, 2 bells, a whole bunch of berries. You should have 5 stems like this, and they are assorted colors. So I have 3 of one color and 2 of darker color here. Okay, I'll put them right here so you may see. I have smaller flowers, and I have holy leaves. I have 9 of one color, and I have smaller ones. I generously threw them into your kits, so these are our like extra little pieces we're going to fill the gaps with. Okay, so let's start with a classic layout. We're going to make classic wreath with like beautiful even spread throughout the whole thing. So to focus the attention and to spread those beautifully, we can see that the most contrasting and obvious details of this wreath are these flowers, and we have 3 of them. And to spread them evenly and beautifully, let's put them forming that triangle shape like this. You see that I'm finding a shape, a structure here. So my flowers are kind of in the corners of that triangle shape. I don't want it to be so obvious, so I'm slightly sliding this like that. It still leaves the beautiful logical spread out, but breaks that strict shape. You may leave them that way as well, but I prefer something more freeform, something more playful, so I will just slightly move them around. So that's our core of the design, and here we start to spread out other points and beautiful details here. The smaller flowers are supposed to be the centers of these flowers, but you also can do one fun trick. You could use those flowers to form another triangle like this, and use the berries I gave you in the kit as the centers for the flowers. I think that also works great. And look through your berry shapes. There are a few bigger ones, so they could be beautiful centers for your flowers. I think I will leave this like that because my previous one was with the centers of this color. I want to play with this and improvise and see how it looks. Then I would take my large holy leaves, because these are like the second in my top list of contrasting details. And we know that holy leaves go in 3, so will be 3 kits, 3 sets. Okay, I need one more holy leaf here. Okay, I'll get it just in a second. So I will be placing them in triangular shape as well. So if you look at those, groups of holly leaves, you will see that I'm placing them with the same logic, forming a triangle. Okay, I will need one more leaf here. So right now, when my holly leaves are spread out, I will start playing with adding these smaller leaves and adding more texture and detail to my wreath. I will go ahead and place these two beautiful branches, and I will put them opposite to each other, and they would go then I am just playing with this and randomly adding these little details the way I just feel I want to put them right now. So after your major eye-catching details are spread out, you just relax and start playing with these shapes. So I will add this branch here and I will put it underneath the flower so the branch just shows like that. And maybe I will put this one here. And I will put this one here under the flower so they could go along the shape of my branches. I want this one show better like that. And I'll place one more probably here. And one more here. Okay, and I will now play with those extra smaller shapes and add them in those places where I kind of want to fill out the gaps. So I'm adding a set of 3 in this little space I want to fill out, and maybe here. It's just a question of taste, like if you really want it to be more like if you want it to be more close to each other or more spread out. Okay, here's my last leaf. I put it here. And now it's Barry's turn. And I will take my berries and I will start grouping them in 3. And I would like to put 3 here, right on the holly leaves. And put 3 here, like that, and 3 more. I want this overlap this branch. And I have more berries, so I will look for spaces I would like to place them, or maybe I will place them in pairs or in 3s. So it's just like having fun and finding what really brings your joy. So I will leave maybe 1 here and 1 in here. So I'm finding little gaps where I want those berries to be. So this will go in 3, and I want a smaller berry here, like that. I have 2 left. I can just throw them away, but I hate throwing the stuff away. So I will just add more details. Here probably I want a couple of smaller holly leaves. I will see how it looks. Okay, like it. I will leave it like that. And need to find a spot for one more berry. Okay, maybe I'll just sit it here. And we also have 2 bells, and this is optional if you want to place them. I didn't place them on an original panel, but I would like to place them here because later when it's glued and quilted, I will take ribbon or maybe a gold thick thread or cord and will make little bows and add to the bells like this. So I will probably place them right here. And I also have ornaments which I'm going to place randomly, let's say here and here. Or maybe I'll just put them in pairs as well. And I will add, yeah, like this. And I will add cords to them too. And you may decide if you want them to be here or not. I was thinking maybe to even put this like a little group in the center and then add like longer cords hanging from top of the wreath. So it's up to you. Have fun with this. It's not necessary to use all the shapes you get in the kit. I just threw them in for you to have more fun. Okay, I will replace this a little bit to make more room for my bells. I will go with bells. I will leave them here. And maybe I will add like little leaves on top as well. Maybe just 2 like this. And you may decide if you want it or not. So the next step will be to peel. Oh, we have 3 more branches. So we have 3 more, and you can place them going on opposite direction to balance the whole thing, like this. Like that. Or I also like to cut them in half, and you will need scissors for that. The last 3 branches you have, they are also pretty cute and elegant, long, thin, and I like personally to, you may position them like that, but I like to cut them in half because they are pretty in pairs to my taste. So I cut them in half, and I just, the place where I cut it, I will I will add like a little top shape like that. Just cut the extra, and I will add it in pair to where I want it to be, and I will add a pair here, and I will make 2 more. So I'm just simply cutting it in half, making the point curved like this. Okay, and this pair will go here, and I will also place them in a triangular shape. So my next pair will go here. I think it looks pretty nice, really nice. What I would maybe do, maybe I would replace this dark leaves in here with lighter ones, because I don't like that concentration of dark leaves in one spot, like this. Oh yeah, that looks better. So our next step will be to peel off all the paper and first glue the whole thing without the iron. We will iron it like the very last step when we are absolutely sure we're happy with the result. So what I'm going to do next, I will play you some nice Christmas music, and meanwhile I will start peeling off all the details and sticking them to my base, to my background. So that's it with this panel. I really heated really well on top, and I will flip it over and do the same thing from the back side, just to make sure that everything sits well and secure and doesn't go away. We don't want it to unstick. And we are ready to jump to option number 1. We're going to do a modern design now. So this was a pretty classic spread out of the shapes, even beautiful, forming a rich, wonderful circular shape. I like how it turned out. I really do. So for my next design, I invited a little helper to help me with this. And for modern design, who better could help you than your kids or your grandkids? So I have my little son here. Say hi.
Hello.
Yeah, he's here to help his mama. We're going to do the same thing first. We will find the lines that I showed you before. We will press this really well to make sure that everything is beautiful and lined up. And we need the diagonal line too. And we will now add the stems, and we'll start playing with positioning the flowers. You ready? Okay, we'll do the same steps here. And when you see the both options, you will choose which layout you like more. Or maybe you'll watch this video with your kids or grandkids and have fun with them as well. So I will go ahead and mark those lines for my future, for planning my future quilting design. These lines are helpful. And we're going again to measure 7 inches to the sides and top and bottom to know where to position our stems. So 7 and 7 and 7 and 7. Okay, where's our second kit to play with? Here it is. So we have another kit here. Careful with the iron. Okay, we have lots of berries here. Waiting hello. Okay. Let's set everything aside. Right now we need only the stems. And see, we're going to place them really carefully like this to form a circle. Will you help me with this? Okay. And 2 more. Yeah, looks good. So now we will peel this paper off. You ready to peel yours? Yes. So now we will position the stems like this to make sure they are round and beautiful. You ready with your stem? Okay. Yeah, line it up here. Let's stick it better like this. And carefully glide it. Oops, too far. Let's unstick it and measure where you want it to finish, like this. And now we will just gently push it, stick it carefully. Here you go. Done. Okay, 2 more. This is yours. This is mine.
I like this.
You like this?
I like this
You like it too. It's so much fun. Okay, let's stick it right here. Okay. Great. No, not great.
No, not right.
Not quite. Let's place the ends first. So you place the ends. They meet here in this point. And now just gently spread it. Make it a good curved edge. Well, it works. I think it looks good. Maybe just a little bit fabric from here. Yeah, pay attention to your fabric. You don't want to end up with a bubble in the middle. Okay, so let's press it down. Would you like to press it? Just replace the iron like this. Yeah? Good job. Great. Okay, just a few more seconds. And now we're going to not spread the flowers, but we want to group them in one corner to create a beautiful modern look of our wreath. Let's put it a little bit higher so everybody could see what we're doing. And let's choose this side. What do you think? I think these are pretty curved and this one is kind of wonky.
What, maybe
Don't
like
you think
half,
so?
half?
What if we place everything like that and start adding leaves now?
To the flowers,
Yeah.
just like you said.
And maybe put the centers. Is it?
I kind of like these ones.
You like these ones? Okay. Okay, we need one more center here. Great. And let's just have fun with this, Vicky. Let's just place our branches and leaves. I like this branch so much. This is so festive. Why do you like Christmas? What do you love Christmas for?
Because we don't have that much school.
You don't have school. That's fun.
Winter break or snow days.
So are you waiting for some snow?
Well, yeah, I think the only thing that's good about it is no school. I think that.
So you just like the no school fact?
Yeah. That's probably the only good reason I like, let's say, winter or snow.
Okay. So what about having some fun, like playing in the snow? Would you enjoy it this year?
I don't know. It's just so much clothing to put on. Just like you have to stuff it all on top of you.
Oh yeah, that's true. But Missouri is a little bit warmer than Colorado, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I should agree on that. If I had to choose between spring and winter, I would choose spring.
Okay, let's focus here on this part and let's leave this one kind of empty. Oh, you want to place it here?
No.
Looks great.
No.
Mhm. Okay.
What about the other circle? Or do we have enough?
Yeah, we want to concentrate all our shapes now in one corner. Have you seen those kinds of wreaths when this is kind of bald and don't have
Oh yeah.
anything?
So we could just add a little bit of leaf like this, like spread all around.
If you like it, yeah, we can do this.
But I still think that's too much leaves on one spot.
Yeah, but we don't have to use them all. What do you think? What if we just leave a few of them aside and don't use them at all and leave them for the next project?
It could be an idea.
Yeah?
Wait, what are these?
These are berries and we could put them in groups of 3 because it's how the berries grow. And they grow like that.
I thought they grew in groups of 2. Like
Well, it depends on the berries.
2 little friends.
Well, I like how this looks. I think we could leave those leaves for another project. What do you think?
Yeah, but I think we should add just a little bit more, like right here.
Yeah, I thought my idea was not to add anything here at all.
Okay.
Would you like to see how it looks if we don't add anything here and just leave it like this?
Well, I guess I like it. I guess it's cool.
Yeah, I think so too. So I would maybe add just one little branch here on this side as well.
Wait, so we have to untape all of them and just...
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's just a little bit too hard, I think.
But I'm here to help you. That's funny. Okay, I think it looks fantastic. What would you say?
Yeah.
Do we leave it like that?
Just...
No, it's too huge. What about just maybe a couple more berries somewhere? What if we add some berries here in this corner?
No, that's...
You would like to add some here?
Oh, maybe we could put some on the leaves.
Oh
like this.
yeah, that's a good idea. Like that?
Well, I think that one should be above the leaf like this.
Okay. I like it. So now the not so fun part begins. We should unstick the whole thing. Would you like to add this leaf here or it's too much?
I think it's just like a little too much. Like
A little too much?
the
Okay.
last step.
Okay, so let's put this all aside and save it for our next project. And let's stick this all down. You ready?
Yeah.
Listening to the music?
Mhm.
Yeah. So here's the option number 2, and as you can see, the main idea of laying the leaves and flowers in that way is to concentrate the whole amount of your appliques in one corner, and it will look pretty, it will look fresh and modern, and for sure it will look nice on your wall or as a table topper. So go ahead and play with any of layouts you like more classic, when you spread the whole thing over your wreath shape, or this one. I personally don't know which one I like more. I like both. So when you're done with sticking on your applique shapes on your fabric, let's now talk a little bit about how we plan to quilt this later, and I would like to offer you two different